Hello, and thank you for joining us today for How College Works at Austin Community College, an introductory program designed to help parents and family members support their students' educational journey. My name is Dr. Theresa Glenn from the Parent and Family Engagement Office, and our goal today is to provide you with valuable insights, tools, and resources so that you can answer your students' questions and help guide them throughout their college experience. Our mission in the Parent and Family Engagement Office is to empower families to make a positive impact on their students' academic, personal, and professional success by providing you with resources and offering you opportunities to connect with the Riverbat experience. At ACC, you are family if you are involved in and supporting a student's college endeavors. If you offer emotional, academic, and/or financial support, if you see potential in a student when doubt begins to creep in, if you are watching this program, then you are family and you belong. When ACC surveyed our students and asked if they wanted their family members involved, 119 students answered yes. So this is a program ACC students want for their families and they want for you. Before diving into the details of how college works, let me just affirm that your students' investment of time and financial resources is worth it. As you can see on this slide, associate degree holders earn more than $8,000 more per year than their peers whose education stopped right after high school. They also have less of a chance of becoming unemployed the more schooling they obtain. Obtaining an associate's degree is an opportunity for financial stability and social mobility within one's family, often breaking the cycle of poverty. Once your student decides to attend college, you should know that attending ACC is a smart choice for several reasons. First, we offer the same high-value, exciting, and challenging programs as a four-year college. ACC students can transfer to a four-year university or, depending on their career choice, stay at ACC to earn a bachelor's degree. A great thing about ACC is our class sizes, which are much smaller than the typical university class. The majority of our classes range from 20 to 36 students, whereas a student could be one of hundreds at a larger university. Lastly, students can earn a high-quality, state-of-the-art associate's degree for a fraction of the cost, especially if they live in district, which means they pay ACC taxes. Let's take a second to explain what we mean by in district. Everything inside the dark purple line is considered in district, and residents in these districts receive the reduced in-district tuition rate in exchange for contributing to the tax base. Everything between the dark purple line and the lighter thin line is considered part of ACC's service area, but those residents pay an out-of-district tuition rate. You can learn more by searching ACC's district area on our website. Fortunately, ACC is currently offering a free tuition pilot program. Yes, I said free. The ACC Free Tuition Pilot Program eliminates the cost of tuition and general fees at ACC for eligible students. As a pilot program, ACC's free tuition will fully support graduating high school students and Texas GED completers from the class of 2024 through the class of 2028, providing 3 to 5 years of tuition exemption directly following their high school completion. The program does not include out-of-district fees, specific course or program fees, or textbooks. So, let's explore what type of degree your student can earn at ACC. There are basically 3 different types of degrees your student can earn. On the right side of the slide are workforce degrees, starting with the Basic Occupational Skills Award, all the way through an Associate of Applied Science. These awards are designed to provide your student with the skills necessary to directly enter the workforce. Workforce programs can range from just a few classes to 2 years of training. These graduates are prepared to enter the workforce immediately after graduation. Next, on the left side of the slide are the 2-year degree programs that are considered for students who want to continue their education and transfer to a 4-year institution. They come to ACC for what is considered their basic gen ed courses and then transfer to Texas State or UT Austin or elsewhere. Lastly, students can choose to stay at ACC and earn a 4-year bachelor degree. This is a relatively new development for the community college, but we are accredited by the state to offer a Bachelor of Applied Science in Cybersecurity or Software Development, a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and a Bachelor of Applied Technology. ACC's nursing program has been recognized as one of the best in the state by Nursing School Almanac. ACC offers more than 100 programs in 10 areas of study that you see on the slide. You can think about it like a grocery store. Each area of study is like a different department in the store. You have the dairy department, the meat department, the produce department, etc. Within that produce department, you have fruits and vegetables. Within the fruits section, you have apples, oranges, and grapes. And finally, within those apples, you have lots of choices to choose from. It is very similar when searching through all the various programs at ACC. Each area of study has different departments within it that students can explore. For example, within the Arts, Digital Media, and Communications area of study, a student may want to explore journalism, photography, or radio, television, film. Within RTF, the student may want to major in videography or radio. Once they decide that, they can choose if they want to earn a Level 1 certificate, a 2-year applied science degree, or a 2-year transfer degree. Each program then offers a program map that guides the student on which courses to take which semester. You can think of it as a Google Maps for college. The college timeline is different than high school, where a student in high school will often study one subject the entire year from August to May. In college, that time frame is cut in half. ACC operates on a semester basis, fall, spring, and summer. A student will start and finish each course within the semester. Some courses run the entire length of the semester, such as 16 weeks in the fall. Or you can reduce that time by signing up for a 14-week, 12-week, or 8-week class. It is the same amount of content, just in a shorter time frame. ACC offers 4 types of classes for your student to choose from. The first is the traditional in-person class. ACC offers in-person instruction on every campus. Most classes are either Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. Second is the online synchronous class, which is a result of the pandemic when schools were forced to go online. These are the classes known for being offered via Zoom, for example. The students are required to meet on a regular schedule as well, at a set time. They see their instructor and classmates every day. It's just virtual. Virtual classroom instruction has improved greatly over the last 3 years. Third is a new format known as Hybrid HiFlex. This format offers the best of the in-person classroom and synchronous because students can choose from day to day how they would like to attend class that day. If they're not feeling that great, or their car breaks down, or they have a sick child, they can stay home and tune in virtually to class with no penalty. Or they can attend class and meet with their instructor and classmates. It's their choice. The last option offers students the most flexibility because class is 100% online with no required class meetings. Students do the readings, assignments, and exams on their own time. Often, these classes will require some form of student interaction via a discussion board online. Students do not have to choose just one course format. They can pick and choose what works best for them based on their personal preferences and scheduling needs. It is recommended that only students with self-discipline and keen time management skills sign up for the online-only classes because it's hard to stay motivated to complete the work yourself. Now, there are several factors students should consider when choosing how many classes they should take. The first is financial aid. Does your student need financial aid? ACC has a financial aid office that can explain that entire process to your student. But do know that the amount of financial aid a student receives is tied to the number of credit hours a student is taking. To be considered a full-time student, a student needs to take at least 12 credit hours, typically 4 courses. Consider things also like responsibilities at home, and if they are taking classes on campus, which campus, and how long is the commute. Lastly, they will want to allow enough time to study and complete their assignments. It's important to understand the time commitment it takes to do well in a college course. Usually, course material is more difficult than high school courses, and there is more work to do in a shorter amount of time. Let's look at the recommended study formula. If a student is taking a non-science course, they should allow 2 hours of study for every credit hour. Usually, courses are 3 to 4 credit hours. For a science or math class, they should allow 3 hours of study for every credit hour. So let's take Maria, for example. Maria is a part-time student taking 2 classes. Speech 1311, which I teach. You can see from the second digit, the 3, it's a 3 credit hour course. So 3 credit hours times 2 hours of studying per credit hour is at least 6 hours of study time per week plus the class time. Maria should allow around 9 hours a week for her speech course. She is also taking Math 1414. Math 1414 is a 4 credit hour class. So 4 credit hours times 3 hours of studying per credit hour is 12 hours of study time for that math class, plus the time she spends in class. That's a total of 16 hours Maria should spend on her math class. If you add up the total time for each class, Maria should allocate at least 25 hours a week for those 2 classes. From a family perspective, if you are trying to help your student with their schedule, you will find the online course schedule very useful. The course schedule lists every class available for this semester and the upcoming semesters. You can search by department, modality, instructor's name, campus, honors courses, weekend classes, and much more. There are 3 types of textbooks that students should be familiar with when they're signing up for classes. Each instructor has the freedom to choose what type of book they want to use in their classroom. First, we have traditional printed books. They range anywhere from $100 and up. Then, there are 2 ways to save money on textbooks. Search for courses in the course schedule that are either FDA or ZTC. FDA stands for First Day Access Textbooks. This means that students paid a reduced price, usually around $60, for the digital book when they paid their tuition. They have access to that book the very first day of class. Zero textbook cost books or open educational resources are free digital textbooks that faculty from across the country have written and granted free access to readers. A student can save hundreds of dollars by signing up for courses that use ZTC or First Day Access textbooks. Whether you have gone to college or college is new to your family, there are many things you can do to help your student be successful. Let's look at some. Understand the time requirements of college. Respect need for quiet, uninterrupted study time and space. Encourage your student to visit their advisors, visit the instructors during their student office hours. Inquire with your student if they need help with textbooks or filling out those financial aid forms. Most importantly, offer emotional support and encouragement when things get hard. And if so, encourage your student to ask for help and seek out the learning labs. One last thing, while you are supporting your student, family members must be aware of the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, better known as FERPA. FERPA is a federal law that grants any college student, regardless of age, the sole right to their records. Family members do not have any legal rights to any student information, including grades, attendance, and schedules, without the written permission of the student. So please do not reach out to the college or faculty members inquiring about your student's performance. It will be best to speak to your student directly. ACC offers many resources to support your student and ensure that they are successful. The Parent and Family Engagement Office offers a full workshop just on these resources. But here is a high-level overview. We offer academic support, financial resources, personal and social support, technical support, and career and transfer resources. Let's take a look at the academic resources. When we consider academic resources, you can look at resources that are available to your student regardless of what class they are taking. These are non-course specific, and they include things such as visiting with your advisors, meeting with academic coaches, taking advantage of the accelerators on campuses, meeting with our librarians and using the library services, and taking advantage of student accessibility services. And then there are resources that are specific to the courses your student is taking, such as tutoring. A student can go to any campus and receive free tutoring in any specific course that they need help. They can also take courses that have supplemental instruction, and that means that a student who has successfully completed the course is available to help your student study. Next, let's take a look at financial resources. When it comes to financial resources, I like to consider resources that bring in money and resources that prevent you from spending money. Those that bring in money include working with our financial aid office to complete and submit the FAFSA form. Qualifying FAFSA students may also be eligible for a work-study program that allows students to work on campus. We offer scholarships and have a student emergency fund if a car breaks down or a health crisis hits or a student has a housing instability issue. Ways to save money include taking budgeting classes through the Student Money Management Office. Have your students select a degree that does not incur quite a lot of out-of-pocket expenses. Following the program map so students don't waste money on classes they don't need to graduate. And sign up for those classes using ZTC or FDA textbooks. Also, ACC offers a Capital Metro Green Pass free to all students. Let's take a look at the personal social support resources. Students can receive free groceries on every campus thanks to a partnership with Central Texas Food Bank and other community entities. ACC and community organizations can help with basic needs like groceries, rent, utilities, counseling, health and medical coverage, clothing, dental hygiene, and much more. The college offers services and programs across the district to foster life balance, develop personal and academic growth, and help maintain a safe and healthy learning environment. They also offer tele-mental health and in-person counseling for students in crisis. Next, we can look at the technology resources. Students do not have to go without the necessary technology thanks to our student checkout system. Students can check out iPads, headsets, webcams, calculators, and much more. Through these checkout systems, students will have the tools and resources necessary to be successful in their courses. Today, we've explored how parents and family members can best support their students at ACC. At ACC, we know student success is a family affair. Whether you hold a PhD or have never attended college, you are your student's greatest resource for success at every step of their journey. I hope you now feel more empowered to guide them from application to graduation. Welcome to the Riverbat family.